Not to come to pass, that heaven and earth. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of the Yahweh, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Epics and the Bibios, the Ison, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine
He said, welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining me once again on this, our morning show. I appreciate everyone that has connected to the morning show, wherever you are joining us from. I welcome you. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. If you are connecting to this program from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you. I appreciate you. If you are joining from any part of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, I welcome you. If you are joining from any part of Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, you are joining from Russia, you are joining from China, you are joining from Israel, I welcome you to this very program. I appreciate you, and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiam continue to guide you and protect you wherever you are. Once again, I've come before you, as I always do. And for those who are joining this very platform for the very first time, I want you to know that this platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the Biafra Republic of Men in Exile, a platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, a platform under the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In this very platform where you are, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack individuals. We don't come here to attack any religion or race. We do not come here to bully people. We don't come here to create chaos in any manner, in any way. We don't come here for saga. We don't come here to preach lies, blackmail, or propaganda. No. Why we are here is to represent the Biafra Republic government. We are here to encourage every freedom fighters across the world. As long as you're a lover of freedom and peace, we are here for you. We are here to bring the plight of the people in the contraption called Nigeria before the whole world, the indigenous Nigerians. We bring their plight before the whole world to show the world what is exactly going on in Nigeria. Most importantly, we bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world, for the world to see and know what is actually going on in Biafra land. A lot of lies has been told against the indigenous people in Nigeria. A lot of lies have been told against the Biafran people, more especially. If you do not address these lies, at a certain time, it becomes the truth. People will begin to believe it. That is why we are here to address all those lies and trash them into pieces. There has been a lot of lies against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. There are so many lies against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There are so many lies against Biafran people in their conventional media. We don't have a voice in conventional media. Nobody can speak for us. We don't have any representation whatsoever. That is why we have used the opportunity we have on social media to tell the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Most importantly, in this platform, we are here to update the Biafran people and let Biafrans know the way forward, what to do and what not to do. We are here to lay a strong foundation when it comes to Biafra. We are here to guide the Biafran people on the path to follow. In this platform, we come here on a daily basis to remind Biafrans of their legitimate rights. And I can tell you that these rights that we are presenting to Biafrans and reminding them of are rights that is theirs, legitimate right that you must not give up. It does not matter who you are talking to, either your parents, your benefactor, your pastor, your native doctor, your imam, whoever you are confronting that wants to take away this right, do not accept that. Such person is your enemy, number one. Those rights I keep on reminding you every day are the three major rights that I keep reminding you here. Number one is the right to self-determination. This right to self-determination is supported by international law. You have the right to live and survive and decide your own fate. when you feel you can manage your own affairs, when you have qualified and graduated to the extent that you can be able to manage yourself, you have the right to seek for self-determination. International law supports that. African chartered law supports the right to self-determination. The Nigeria we are talking about also support the right to self-determination. But when it comes to the issue of Biafra, they always try to paint it in a different form. They will make you feel as if you are committing a crime that has never been committed anywhere. They will try to make you hate your own freedom. They will try by all means to preach falsehood to you, to make you hate yourself. They will make you stop asking for your right. But I tell you, do not allow anybody to take away that right of self-determination for you. It is a right that is heavenly. A right that Chukwu Okike gave it to you. The world accepts that right to self-determination. Africans accept it. Nigerian law itself accepts it. But in practical, the people, the cabals, the Janjaweed, the Caliphate, who are managing Nigeria, and their colonial masters have refused to allow you express that right to self-determination. We are here to tell you to hold on to that right to self-determination. Don't look back. It doesn't matter who you are talking to. Another right I come here to remind you is the right to self-defense. The right to self-defense is a right that belongs to you. I see somebody sending a request. Please hold on. Let me finish the introduction before I will bring you in. Oti Chikwendo. Be patient, Oti Chikwendo. I'm going to bring you in, but just give me some little time. The right to self-defense. That right to self-defense is a right that you must hold tight. Chukwu Okike gave you the right to defend yourself at every given point in time. International law supports the right to self-defense. You have every right to defend yourself once your life is threatened. International law supports that. Once your life is threatened, you have every right to use the same equal measure that the enemy is coming to you with, to use that same measure and defend yourself. That is what international law says. Apart from that, when it comes to self-defense, African law supports self-defense. Nigerian law itself supports the self-defense. So I see no reason why somebody should make you feel timid when you are defending yourself, or make you feel as if you are committing a crime because you're defending yourself. You are not committing any crime. And this self-defense is very important when it comes to Biafra, because some of the time they make you believe that the Liberation Army of Biafra are committing a crime. The Liberation Army of Biafra is not committing any crime, and you have every right to support them, defend them, and provide for them. They are there for total self-defense of the Biafra people, to defend your life and property. That is why they are there. Another right is the right to life. You have the right to live and survive anywhere you are on the planet Earth. Do not allow anyone to deny you that right. Chukwu Okike gave you that from the very moment your mother brought you to this world. Once you land in that labor room, you have the right to survive. Nobody has the right to take away your life from you. International law supports that right to life. African law supports that right to life. Nigerian law itself supports the right to life. But when it comes to this situation of Biafra, they make us believe that we must obey certain rules and regulations from the caliphate and the colonial master before we can be able to live. It is a lie. It is a blatant lie. You have the right to live while you are holding on to your self-defense and self-determination. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. That is why we are here to remind you about it. This morning section is always an interactive section. You come and interact with Biafrans. As long as you are a Biafran, you can speak in any Biafran language and communicate in the way that you can be able to capture the audience you want to speak to. As you join us here on this very platform, always remember that we appear coordinated and decent. Try as much as possible to be civil when you are discussing with the world. If you are not civil, they won't understand you. Even Biafrans won't understand you. If you have anything against us as Biafrans, whether you are a Biafran, whether you are Oduduwa, Arewa, any part of Africa or any part of the world, and you have a point to give unto us, use that link and come in. If there is something you have heard about us that you're not comfortable with, come and ask us. There are so many lies that have been told against us. Anyone you want to talk about, or you have a prayer to make, or compliment to our Prime Minister and Mazen Nandekam, feel free, use that link and come up. Fellow Biafrans, we are good to go, and every one of us know where we are. We have come a long way, and today we are preparing, marching through referendum into Biafra. You are all welcome, wherever you are joining us from. I will not go further. My beloved brother Maxwell is already on stage, and I'm going to allow my beloved brother Maxwell to give us the opening remark and speak to Biafrans. Let us listen to our beloved brother, a fellow comrade. If you're opportune to hear him whenever he comes up, you are blessed. Let us listen to him and hear what our beloved brother Maxwell has to tell us. You're welcome, my beloved brother. Go ahead and speak to Biafrans. Go ahead and speak to Biafrans.
Thank you so much, my Namoche Mazi Chooks and Sister Linda. I believe that you are around. Everybody in the comment section that I cannot mention your name, I say good morning to all of you from my little beautiful city, Bolgatanga of Upper Eastern part of Ghana. May God bless all of you for the great job that you are doing. And you have my love and the love of my family in everything that you do. And we are going to support in any way that we can to make sure that that beautiful land where my mother comes from, the breast that I suckled would not be invaded by anybody that we don't have same value system with. Protect that land and protect our women, men, youths of that Biafra land. And at the end, most importantly, the land itself, which is Biafra, which is going to carry every one of us.
Please increase your volume a little bit, my brother Maxwell. Increase your voice so that we can hear you clearly.
And we have to do everything within our powers to protect.
Please increase your volume a little bit, my brother Maxwell. Increase your voice so that we can hear you clearly.
Okay, can you hear me now? Am I heard? Hello, Mazuchooks. Can anyone hear me? Wow, what is happening? Can anyone hear me, please?
Are you there, my brother Maxwell? Just speak louder so that we can hear you.
What is going on?
Are you there, my brother Maxwell?
Yes, I'm here.
Just speak louder so that we can hear you.
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Okay, go on. Go on, I can hear you. It's better.
Can you hear me?
Oh, my beloved brother, I've lost my brother Maxwell. I think he's. I can barely hear him, so I was telling him to increase his volume, and I hope he's going to request again. My brother Maxwell, please send back your request so that I can bring you in for you to complete your line of thought, please. Send your request again, my beloved brother Maxwell. Send your request. I'm waiting for your request so that you can be able to complete your line of thought. And before our brother Maxwell comes in, I welcome everyone who has connected in this program. Wherever you are joining us from on this planet Earth, I welcome you to this program, and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect everyone that has connected so far. My beloved brother Chukwuma Solomon, you're welcome. Chukwuma Solomon, a fellow comrade and one of our broadcasters here Oliver Obundiogu. Oliver, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. Oliver Adanne Ndukwe, thank you for joining. Adanne Ndukwe, I welcome you. Tochukwu Olejeme, thank you for joining. Tochukwu Olejeme, I appreciate it. Amuzie Simon, thank you for joining. Amuzie Simon, thank you for joining. Otichi Kwendo, thank you so much. George Okafor, thank you for joining. My beloved sister, Linda TV Show, thank you for joining. If you are not following Linda TV Show, please make sure you subscribe to Linda TV Show and follow her. Ayush Sahola, thank you for joining. Ayush. Kingsley Washington, thank you for joining. Kingsley Washington, I appreciate you. You're welcome. Joshua Jonathan, thank you for joining. Kosi Sochuku, thank you for joining. Kosi Sochuku, I appreciate you. I welcome you. Thank you for joining. Either I mentioned your name or I didn't mention your name, you are part of this program and you are highly welcome. Make yourself comfortable and also make a contribution where necessary. You're welcome back, my beloved brother Maxwell. Please go on and speak to Biafrans and raise your volume a little bit. My brother Maxwell, I can still hear you. I don't know what is going on. I think my brother Maxwell is having a network problem on his area. I hope he resolves the network problem and be able to connect properly. It's been a difficult situation for some time now in connecting. I don't know why the problem keep occurring. So, fellow Biafrans that are watching, any place you're watching from, I don't know if it's an attack that they're attacking the platform. I can't actually explain, because you know what we are facing in this very app. Each time we come to preach the message of Biafra on social media, there is always an attack. There's no attack, and you can understand that it's an attack when you begin to see us climbing up to 100 plus people watching. All of a sudden, it will drop, and you see us in 50 or even 20. It is always an attack. It is always we just have to keep on going and pray that we be able to overcome it. And you can be able to overcome this attack by you standing your ground. Stand your ground, like and share. If they kick you out, try to come back. Because what we are seeing is that they are kicking people out, trying to block people from engaging with us, trying to block people from getting the information that we are passing. So, fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, if they kick you out, try to come back to the program. If they try to send you out, try as much as possible to come back. Don't give up. This is a responsibility that's on our shoulders. We don't have access to the conventional media. There is no other means we have to preach our gospel except this. This is the only means we have to preach the gospel. So whenever they begin this kind of attack, when the attack began to come and begin to hold us back, don't lose your guard. Stand your ground. Never give up. If they kick you up, come back as many times as possible. We are facing the same challenges. Sometimes I try to come online on live. It becomes so difficult to come online on live. Sometimes when I come on live, more especially when I'm on Facebook, they will block every people that are watching the program and make sure they're not seeing it. In Facebook, where I have thousands and thousands of followers. But yet, when I come online, you can't see up to 10 people watching. It is not ordinary. And now they are migrating to YouTube, trying to stop us from preaching the gospel. But I bet you, if you stand your ground and continue to do what you are supposed to do, they will never defeat us. We will never give up. As for me, even if it is only one person watching my program, I will carry my program from the beginning to the end. So, fellow Biafrans, we have come today again to speak and encourage Biafrans. And today's topic says, massive Biafran move for self-referendum under Biafra Republic Exile and our Prime Minister. Asorock prepares for Nigerian end. Of course, Nigeria is coming to an end. It does not matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter how they are thinking about it. It doesn't matter what they are planning. It doesn't matter how they will definitely fail. My beloved brother Maxwell, I thought as much. They are actually hindering us. They are blocking everywhere. If you look at the people now, when we started this program, we had up to 100 and something. In less than 10 minutes, we had 100 and something people watching. But now, they have reduced it to 35. That is an attack. It is a clear and obvious attack that we are facing. But we will never give up. We will never give up. We will never give up. We will continue to preach the gospel. We will continue to send the message. We will continue to talk. Even if it is only one person that is watching, That one person will preach to the second person will preach to the third person will go to the fourth person, and before you know it, we will have a full house. If we don't give up, we shall overcome. And you should know that this moment we are now is a critical time. They don't want us to speak, never. A very critical time. That is where we are today. This time we are in is very, very critical. They know that Biafra is at the door. So they want to do everything. It is now that they have the opportunity to give us every punishment they have kept for us. They just want to deliver it. And we are ready to face them. No amount of their distraction will stop us. Who made us available on this mission, who gave us this assignment, will be with us, and we are going to carry this assignment to the end. We will never give up. We will never give up. My beloved brother Maxwell, I can see you. You are back. If you can hear me, go on and speak to Biafrans. We will never give up, no matter what happens. Go on and speak. And make it louder a little bit.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me
Loud
now?
and clear.
Master Chooks, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go on. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. I wouldn't like to waste time because there are so much attack going. Good. Thank you. There is so much attack going on, against, these people are carrying against us. And any little time we have, we just have to make sure we use it and utilize it very, very well. Biafran people, yes, there is nobody, you don't need anybody to tell you to go and cast your vote. Immediately it is announced. Go and cast your vote. Your vote will validate the coming of Biafra. It is a self-referendum that and a validation that, yes, I am agreeing to leave that contraption called Nigeria that has entrapped everybody, including the Biafran people, that will not, the indigenous people. We must not. People are going to come. People will come, because when you go around the social media and you see what is going on there, everybody is tired of what is going on in that demonic construct called Nigeria. So we have to do whatever that we can. As long as God has given us the power to do it, we must do it, and do it wisely and decisively. Biafrans, I encourage you, wherever you are, under my voice today, as you are listening to me, and any other person that is going to come here to speak, please do the needful, and our God will continue to bless all of you. Thank you so much for having me. I am grateful, and I hope that my people have heard what I have just said, because the attacks are too many. The attacks are too many. When we started, we were over 111, 112. Now, I do not know the number that is there anymore, but we will not relent. We will continue to do what Chukwu Okike Abiyama has called us to do. Thank you so much, and may God bless Biafrans all over the world. May God bless Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless Prime Minister, his cabinet members, the media warriors, and the men and women of Biafra land. And I say also, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect the men and women, our gallant men and women in Biafra land, that are not seeing some slips in themselves because of the nature of what they are doing in Biafra land. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to bless them. They will get their reward right here on earth and also in heaven. And I pray that the spirit of the departed, those that have unfortunately left us, will be happy with what we are doing, and will also support us even in the spirit world. Thank you so much, and may God bless you, my brother. I have to leave now. There is no attack that they are going to, unveil upon us that is going to prosper. We will do whatever that we are, because the hands of God is in this fight. It is in this struggle. We must do it. We must do it. Biafrans, go and make your Nwanwa, go and make your Diokpara, go and make their son proud. May God bless all of you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I thank you so much. They will never stop us. That is the spirit of the Biafrans. It does not matter the obstacles we see, the hindrances we see, the challenges we see. We keep on moving. That is the spirit of Biafra. We will never. Giving up is not in our agenda. It is giving up is not just part of it. No Biafra should be thinking about giving up. That one is not even anywhere near our plans. Giving up is not anywhere near the plans of the Biafrans. So, my fellow Biafran, wherever you are watching from, prepare and tighten your belt. You see the battle has just begun. The battle has just begun. You haven't seen nothing yet. There is going to be propaganda. It is going to increase. There's going to be deception. It's going to increase. There's going to be all manner of attack unleashed on Biafrans. But I tell you, we will never give up. As we are moving to the last end, you know, as what is civic on the when you are getting to the end of the whole trials, that is when it becomes tougher and tougher. If you can endure to the end, your heart is going to be filled with joy. And I bet you, Biafran people, we are formidable. No amount of distraction can take us back. Today, every one of us, we have seen the situation of Nigeria. Even people who are not Nigerians today, they can see the situation clearly. The situation is very clear before every one of them. It is not hidden anymore. It's not hidden, except you are not living on this planet Earth and you are telling lies to yourself. All you need to go, even in their conventional media, Google Nigerian news. You see what you're going to see there. A bunch of confused people calling themselves politicians. That's what you see there. Bunch of confused people calling themselves politicians in Nigeria, confusing themselves and going against their own law. That is what we see on a daily basis. Come to security. There is no security anywhere in Nigeria today. People are left in their own fate to defend themselves. Every indigenous person in Nigeria is left on his own to defend himself if you want to survive. This is not a propaganda. It is a fact. All you need is to go and verify by yourself. The only thing it will take you is to Google Nigerian news and you will see everything before your own very eyes. You know, sometimes when we speak on social media, people will think as if we're making up words. We are trying to put it together. When we speak on social media, they call us names. They say we are telling lies. We are making up. We are over-exaggerating. They call it over-exaggerating. But in this social media where we are, in this restoration paper, we don't try to be politically correct. We are not saying anything to make anybody happy or to make anybody cry. It is the truth that you're going to see. You hear the truth from us. The truth and nothing but the truth. Today in Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria is completely in the hand of the terrorists. We are not the ones saying it. Fellow politicians are saying, they came out and say it and confess it time and time again. Politicians are confessing it. The indigenous people are crying on a daily basis. We can see them on social media, on video, live videos, complaining and talking about the situation in Nigeria, how places have been decimated. Today, the life of the Christians in the north has become endangered. Villages are wiped out. And even up till now, there is still attack against Christians going on. Burning of houses and properties. And the latest information that is coming is that the Nigerian military is colluding with these terrorists attacking the Christians. That is the latest. The Nigerian military is colluding with the terrorists, protecting them. Even in their presence, they'll be burning houses and taking the life of the Christians. They do nothing. They do nothing. That is where the country is. And today, every single human being in Nigeria is left to his own fate. When we come here to talk about this, it is not as if the world doesn't know. Every country of the world have their embassies in Nigeria and they see what is happening. They hear it and people are seeing what is happening. But because of their own personal interest, they care not about you and me. They don't care about they don't care about the citizens. All you see them talk, whenever they talk, they say the most populated African country, Nigeria. Is that an honor? The most populated country ever, is that an award? What do you gain being the most populated African country? What do you gain? Be the most populated black African country in the world. What do you gain from that? Chaos, death, disorganization, bad economy, failure. That is the only thing that comes out of it. Hatred, that's the only thing that comes out of it. It's not something to be proud of. But when these Western people talk about it, they ignore every reality and facts. They ignore the major thing that people are supposed to know about this zoological republic, and they begin to talk about irrelevant things that doesn't have anything to contribute to your life or my life. The most populated African country, yet they have nothing to show. They can't even protect themselves. The most African populated country, yet they don't even have enough military to protect themselves. What a shame. And somebody will boldly come out and tell you you're defending Nigeria. Citizens have been left their own fate. And when we talk about it, people will say we are gossiping or we're talking too much. When people who have served in the government, former chief of army staff have come out to say, former chief of army staff have come out to colluding with the terrorists. This same confession that we are seeing today, that the Christians are making in the north, the chief of army staff, former chief of army staff, have said it in their own conventional media. He said, protect yourself. If you don't protect yourself, you are doomed. That if you don't defend yourself, they are going to finish it. That is what a chief of army staff, former chief of army staff, said on video. The video is still on social media. It's still on social media. And today, the same cry is still coming from the northern part of Nigeria, that the military are protecting the terrorists that are destroying the life of the Christians over there. In Nigeria, people are left on their own to defend themselves. In such a situation, and you see a group of people that have activated self-defense for themselves, they activate it to the highest level to defend their own life and property, and yet you are speaking against them. You are talking against them. You preach human rights. You preach love and decency. You preach peace, and yet you see people who have come to activate their right to defend themselves, defending themselves and nothing more. The Liberation Army of Biafra are in Biafran territory to defend themselves. They are there to defend their citizens. The government of Biafra, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, have provided a security outfit, the Liberation Army, to defend the life and property of their own people, self-defense. And yet, you ignorantly come and speak against it. Some of them in the West intentionally knows what is happening. That is why they dare not open their mouth and speak. Because they know the truth today. The West know the truth. They know that Nigeria is no longer existing, and that the insecurity now is left in the hand of individuals to defend themselves. That is why they don't speak much about the activities of our Liberation Army. Have you asked yourself? Blinken, who went to Nigeria recently, in all the interview and all, they said, did you see him talk about the Liberation Army? Did you see him talk about the activities of the Liberation Army? Did you see him talk about what the Biafran Republic is doing? He didn't speak about it because he knows they are on the right path. He dare not open his mouth to speak about it because they are on the right path. The Liberation Army has not committed any. In fact, they are the one that have the right. They are the one that are legally following the procedure of securing people. They are the ones who has the rule of engagement. The Liberation Army today in Nigeria are the ones that are more legitimate than the zoological terrorists in uniform. Because the Liberation Army have a rule of engagement. They do not go after innocent people. They don't go after innocent people. It doesn't matter your tribe. It does not matter your religion. It doesn't matter. The Liberation Army cannot go after you. Their duty is to go after the terrorists that are terrorizing the citizens. It does not matter if you're on uniform or off uniform. It doesn't matter under which disguise you are. As soon as you are seen as somebody who is endangering the life of the Biafrans, they're going to come after you. They will come after you. And what you're going to get, you won't be happy about it. You won't survive it. But what do you see? Every cry we hear from the citizens of Nigeria today is a cry of how the military is taking the life of the innocent citizens. It's how the military is shielding the terrorists. Even when the people go out their way to defend themselves and protect themselves, the military will come and disarm them and leave them to their fate. The terrorists will come in a village and operate for 3 days, 2 days, hours. Military will never show their face. They will never come to protect the people. Until when the people rise up to defend themselves and protect themselves, then you will see them come and begin to fight against the innocent. After seeing all these things, you want us to fold our hands to be consumed and swallowed, right? God forbid. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for our Supreme Mazen Nanekan, who took a bold step even when everybody was sleeping. While everyone was sleeping and snoring, Mazen Nanekan was fully awake and he was shouting and blowing the trumpet. Prepare for what is coming. Even when they refused to listen, he went extra miles to establish the ESN and gave them the order to defend and protect the people. And Master Simon Ekpa took over. Today, transformed the ESN into the Liberation Army. Today, what we have is Liberation Army. ESN is gone. We are in the era of the Army of Biafra. And if you are in Biafra territory, you are not Biafran Army and you are holding arms. You are on your own. If you are armed in Biafra land and you are not part of the Liberation Army, you are on your own. Once the Liberation Army confronts you, I bet you cannot survive what you get. You will not live to tell the story. We have seen it all. And the state we are now is a legitimizing and the legal state of Biafra for the whole world to embrace Biafra. Because you cannot be an island. No country can be an island. Even when we have gotten our nation Biafra, we are still going to be transacting with other countries of the world. And that is why we have to legitimize our country. We have to make our country conducive for people to have business with, to discuss with. We have to show to the world what we got, how sincere we are. We have to show the world that we respect human life. We respect human rights to the highest level. We have to make our nation acceptable to other nations. And that is where we are today. That is why the Prime Minister of Biafra, the political Nzema, is following every legal means to legitimize Biafra. He is following every legal. That is why whenever he says a thing, he will tell you. If you feel he's saying it right, or you feel you can go and stop it, go ahead and stop it. They have cried about his kidnap, arrest. They cried and cried and cried, and nobody listened to them. Now they don't arrest. They have finally found out that this man they are talking about has not committed any crime, and there's nothing you can hold him onto. This zoological republic that is being ruled by a drug baron have tried to make different moves to consult different presidents of the world, including Germany and some other nations they have consulted to help them to bring down the Prime Minister, an innocent man who has not committed any crime, simply following the law, simply following the laid down rules by the United Nations themselves. Doing the same thing every other country has done to gain their freedom. And you think that everybody is like Kenya and Nigeria. Every country cannot be like Kenya. Every country cannot be like Kenya. There are still some people who has human conscience in them. There are still some who have some fear of Chukwu Okike Abiama. There are still some people who are sound. The world doesn't operate by emotion. The world operates by what you offer, what they can see. And our Prime Minister have shown them how legitimate our fight is. Every single evidence they need for them to know why we are doing what we are doing is before them, except if they refuse intentionally not to listen to it. Every single means they have to follow to understand us and know why we are asking for what we are asking for is there. It's not hidden. We are following every legitimate and legal means to legitimize Biafra. And that is why you see us taking the direction we are taking. And today you see Biafrans preparing for the self-referendum which will commence on the 1st of February. Every Biafran, wherever we are, tighten your belt and prepare for what is coming. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. Don't allow anybody to tell you something different from what you already had on the table. Every fact you need is before you, except you turn a blind eye to it. Today, Biafra needs you. And when we say Biafra needs you, Biafra needs you for your own sake. You need to come out and perform your civic duty. We have gone far, far away. It is not as if somebody is trying to endanger your life. You are not coming to queue in any line for you to vote for your referendum. It is a vote that you're going to cast in your own comfort zone. You can do that in the morning, in the afternoon, at the midnight, at every hour or minute of the day. All you need to do is to follow the link, log in, give the necessary information, and you're good to go. You are not doing it for me. You are not doing it for Master Simon Epa. Neither are you doing it for Master Nandikan. You are doing it for your own self. If you want to be free, there are ways to be free. You have to follow the legal means. It is not enough to come and agitate and say, I want Biafra, I want Biafra. Oh, all hail Biafra. Others will shout, all hail Biafra. Shout all hail Biafra for 1,000 years. Without doing the practical aspect of it, you will be nowhere. You get nowhere. You still be where you are. If you like, shout all hail Biafra for 1,000 years without doing what you are supposed to do. You will remain where you are. But as long as you do what you're supposed to do, just as we are doing now, sky and you are unstoppable. Because the Biafran people are following legal means to legitimize our nation. That is why we are unstoppable. That is why you see our prime minister flying high with all the propaganda and blackmail. They by themselves today are the one advertising him, going to various offices to present him. Because he is following the legal means. Every battle you fight against him is just like pouring water on his food. And Biafra has come to stay. Nothing can do about it. You're welcome, my beloved brother Sheu. Thank you so much. This is our wonderful brother from Oduduwa land. Thank you so much for joining us once again. He is part of this platform, and this is his platform. So, God, my beloved brother, speak to Biafrans and the rest of the world.
Good morning for everybody. Good morning, people at the diaspora. Good morning, Biafran, and good morning, the zoo. Good morning to Samuel Ekpa. Good morning to Nnamdi Kanu. Good morning to every one of everybody.
You're welcome.
I just want to thank God for this morning, as in it still make me to be among the people that know the truth, among the people that don't want to be fooled anymore, among the people that don't want to be intimidated anymore.
Yes.
I just thank God for this morning that, when God wants to change someone's life, it will bring someone that will enlighten someone. That is Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. It makes us to know that these people that we are going to, these people that they are following, all these are leaders, they don't have what in mind. Is now I just realized that the man, all what is said from 2001, all what is said is happening now. It's up to today, this morning, it's still happening. So it has made me to conclude, no matter anything pastor said, I'm not having any fucking business with any pastor. There's even no pastor can come to me now to come and deceive me. I'll just be looking at you as a fool. Because you are right there. Instead of it to say the fact, the truth, the reality, you refuse because of what you want to have in your pocket. And you'll be using this God said, God this, God that. No, I'm not a fool anymore. So this morning, as I wake up, I was glad, I was happy that, thank God I'm going to be among of people that will be delivered in this zoo. I'm just thanking God that I've not died to experience what is going to happen just for a few times.
Yes.
I'm just very, very happy because now I'm getting up that. So I still have a future that will be bright.
Absolutely.
A future that will survive. Honestly. I mean, I don't know about anybody. For me, as a Yoruba man, and the spirit of Yubu now is with me, my brother, nobody can check me. Honestly, as I am, nobody. You can see that the few times I didn't come is because of my organ. My organ will be calling me Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. I don't fucking say. It's what I believe. It's what I believe. Yes, it's what I believe. Because they can't change us. They can't give us what we want.
No.
You people are the only one that can carry us from this subtraction that we're in. Honestly speaking, it's only Biafra that can deliver both Hausa, both Igbo, both Yoruba, both
Absolutely.
any tribe. It's only you people that we depend on and God. Honestly, that's why God is using Igbo to come and root anything away in this country. I'm serious.
I
If
believe. I agree
people
with
that
you.
don't want to believe it, go and write today's days down. Before the middle of this year, you will see a people that will be, in fact, the way they will be praising you people. If in fact you people will not believe it, go and write today's days down. I give them middle of this year. The way they will be praising that, thank God that because of Yibo, there will be the way they will be praising you people. In fact, you people will not believe it. See, leave them. I give them small time, just small time. I give them small time. I just want to appreciate you. I just want to appreciate for the good work. We still believe in you. We strong. We stand in our feet, on my feet like this. Not seen. I will never see something that will shake me. I can't even see that thing that will remove me on this truth that I know. Honestly. Thank you so much. I really appreciate for the good work, sir. Well done,
Thank
sir.
you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. You have also encouraged us and given us more strength. I
Yes,
just
sir.
wish and hope that every other person will see this struggle the way you
Yeah.
are seeing it. I really thank Chukwu Bikabian that you can see this struggle the way you are seeing it, that it is a freedom for all, both
Yeah.
Yoruba, Hausa, Ijo, Igbo. It is a
Yeah.
freedom for every indigenous person. As long as you are
Yes.
indigenous to Nigeria, this is a freedom for you. But some of them see it
Yes.
as a freedom for the Igbos. They think it's just about, it is not about the Igbos. That is why when
Yeah.
Mazen Nandekan was here, he was going into alliance with Oduduwa. Mazen
Yes.
Nandekan respects so many people from Oduduwa so much. That is why when he wants to talk about Paaya Dabanjo, even when Paaya Dabanjo was having his birthday, Mazen Nandekan sent emissary to him.
Yeah.
He respects him so much. There are so many other people he has been able to go in alliance with. But when you see him you see him when he was talking with anger, it is to wake people up. To wake
Of
people
course.
up, wake
Yes.
people up, and finally now
Yes.
everybody is waking up. It is not about the Igbos alone.
Yes.
It's not about the
Yeah.
Yorubas alone. It is not about the Hausas alone. It's about every indigenous person. Wake up, because this very cage they put us, it is not conducive. We will
Yes.
perform better if we are on our own. If
Of
Oduduwa are
course.
on their own, Arewa on their own, Biafra on their own, we will perform better. It will not make us enemies. We can still have
Yes.
business together. We can transact together. We can travel.
Of
I
course.
can still come to Oduduwa and have a citizenship.
Of course. Of
I can
course.
decide to come to Oduduwa and take this citizenship. Just like, look at us here. We fly all the way from Africa to Europe to go and get citizenship.
Yes. No.
You go
Yes.
all the
No.
way to America to get. Why won't I get the citizenship in Oduduwa land? If
At
the place
least.
is conducive and have competition, you see look at what is happening in Asia now. Asia. In Asia, look at Japan is competing with China. China is competing with Japan. Malaysia is
Can you
competing with
imagine?
Singapore. Healthy competition, they're not fighting. You see, if this one produce something, the other one will produce it.
Yes.
A healthy competition, there's no way you will see your neighbor progressing and you not progress. You would like to progress also.
Of course. Now. Yes.
But look at where they put us in cage. The person there don't want to progress, and he doesn't want his neighbor to progress. You just want to hold everybody down. How can it be in a country where you have professors, many social grammar, they come and speak many grammar, but when it comes time of election, they will go and rig election for somebody who didn't have certificate. Tomorrow they come and claim for us, I'm professor, this professor, a professor, but you will come and begin to defend somebody who didn't have certificate. That is one of the problem I have with this Professor Wole Soyinka, with all the brain he has today, supporting Tinubu that forged certificates in US. You know that Tinubu
That's
forged
how we
certificates
see
simply
it.
because he's a Yoruba man. because of he has given you money, not even because he's a Yoruba man, because he has given you money. Because you want to get money from him, you are supporting him. Somebody like you that has spent years to learn and become a professor, but look at the kind of person he's supporting. Is Tinubu the wisest man you see in Dualand? If they are given the leadership to right people, do you think Obasanjo will be anywhere? In Yoruba land, there are experienced and intelligent men, people that their brain is hot. But why is it that when the Fulani want to give the president, they went and took a man in the prison? They went to took Obasanjo and made him a president. When they denied Abiola the president, why not look for another intelligent Yoruba man? There are many people from Yoruba land that are very intelligent, but because of their evil mind, they went and took a man in the prison. Today, a man in the prison who doesn't have 1 naira when he was outside, today he's the richest president in Africa.
Of course, yes.
Richest president in Africa, Obasanjo. The same thing in the Hausa land. They went and brought Buhari for us. Do you think that Buhari is the wisest man in the north? There are intelligent men in the north that Buhari don't see their back. Very intelligent and educated men. But when they went to choose, they went and choose an idiot, a man that doesn't have certificate. And people that have certificate are supporting him. The same thing if they come to Igbo land now, if they want to give a president Igbo, they might go and choose one idiot. Either they go and choose Ojo Okalo or one stupid idiot. Where they have an intelligent people that their brain is hot, they will never take them. How can you survive in that kind of environment? How? The first thing is they break it up. When they break it up, there will be a healthy competition. The Oduduwa people will choose their best to lead them. Biafra will choose their best to lead them. Arewa will choose their best to lead them. And everybody will be forced to protect their own border.
Yes, yes.
I pray that they will.
That's the fact.
As for we Biafrans, just as you said, we are not giving any gap. For we Biafrans,
at all,
we are going to end Nigeria so that everybody will be free on his own.
Oh yes.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, my fellow Biafrans that are watching, any place you are watching from, mission in our hand today is not our own. It is not just about it. That's what I'm telling my brother. This is our beloved brother Oduduwa land. I wish that many people will have the understanding that he has. This is our brother Oduduwa land. I wish that other people have. Some of them think it is about tribe. This is not about tribe. It is not about religion. It is about humanity. For people to live a sensible life and be able to grow at their own speed and in their own space. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? The same thing they did in the West that you are admiring, that is what we want to do in Africa. And they don't want us to do it. They won't even support it. The same thing they did in the West, and it is working for them. We want to implement it in Africa. They don't want to hear about it. The West will not even support it. And some of you who are better in speaking grammar will not support it. In the West, that is exactly what they did. You saw how Russia was broken into pieces. And every country that came out of Russia, including Finland, today, they are doing very well on their own. They are doing excellently well. So many countries that broke. Look at Germany. Look at so many other countries that broke away. When they could not be able to look at Slovakia and all of them that broke away from Russia. Every one of them is doing very, very fine. Even in Asia. Look at Asia. Singapore broke away from Malaysia, and both of them are doing excellently well. Both of them are growing on a very high speed. Look at Pakistan. Look at Bangladesh. Look at India. Competing, even in the nuclear level, they are competing. A healthy competition. Even if they have their differences, which is normal. But they are growing at a... Why is it that you will not support the same thing to happen in Africa? All you come and tell us is the most populated African country. The most populated African country. Is that a honor? Is that a title? Is there any prize they give to the most populated African country? The most populated black nation in the world. Is there any prize to that? Is there any prize you win for that? The only thing you gain from being the most populated African nation, the most populated black African nation, the only thing you gain is insecurity, hunger, failure, hatred, disunity, quarrel. That is the only thing you gain. A country with such population, and yet they don't have military. They don't have military that can be able to defend them. Only ragtag Boko Haram you can be able to face with all your population. Boko Haram now for decades, they can't be able to face it. And yet you brag. With all your population, you still go abroad to go and take missionaries to come and fight for you. Are you not ashamed? The most populated African country, yet you go to get missionaries to come and fight for you. What a shame. But do you know how strong you are going to be if you break it into pieces? How I wish they accepted what Dim Odumogojuku gave them during Abori discussion. How I wish they accepted what Ojuku proposed for them. Every region to be there on their own, and they have a central army that will defend the whole region. How I wish they accepted it by now. Nigeria will be competing with the world powers. But all this, so when you see them talk about giant of Africa only in land mass and population that is meaningless. Giant of Africa, only in land mass and population that is meaningless. That is where you are giant. The giant you see in Nigeria are individuals on their own. Nigeria as a country is the lowest of the low. Each time you hear giant, giant is the individuals, the indigenous people in Nigeria. Individually, they are giants. Individuals in Nigeria, individually, they are giants on their own. That is why any part of the world where they go, they do exploit. More especially people from the southern part of Nigeria. Most especially people from the southern part of Nigeria. Any part of the world they go, they make exploit. They are the giant, not the government. The government is the lowest of the low in Africa. The lowest, the dumbest one. If there is any government that is dumb, it is Nigerian government. They know nothing. They can't offer anything to their citizens. And I thank you, government, they're getting a message. Everything in the zoological body is about my race, my people. It's just about myself. Since you want to be on your, why don't you split it? Let everybody go and handle their shit. What is stopping you from doing that? Every of their discussion, if they come to election, is about either Igbo presidency, Yoruba presidency, Ijaw presidency. You will not hear about Nigerian presidency. No. The campaign is about tribal sentiment. In all the posts, if they are talking about presidency, it is about tribal sentiment. When they are choosing their ministers, it's about tribal sentiment. They don't go for the best. Even if the man is dumb, for the fact he's from your tribe, you embrace him. That was why during the time of election, when this drug baron was coming out, a pastor in his whole church before his congregation was saying there is no way he can vote to any other tribe apart from Yoruba. That is the only argument he has. There's no way in this planet that how do anybody expect him to go and vote on that tribe? This is the kind of argument you see. And this person that was saying this is a pastor in his own church. Do you blame him? But the real message should be to break the country up and let everybody be on their own. Since you are not comfortable to operate with other tribes, why are you together? You are not comfortable to accept other tribes, to associate with them, or to allow them to function. Why are you still together? You don't want other tribes to associate with you. Why are you still jittery when you hear that people want to go away? You don't want them. You don't want to see them. They are troublesome. They are scam. They are this. They are this. And they want to go away. Why don't you help them and preach that gospel? Why don't you help them? Help them and let them get out. So that you can be able to enjoy that your tribal, whatever you want, and stick to your own people. Look at the one they are doing today, the drug baron. Want to remove things that is in the capital. The major offices in the capital, he wants to remove them and transfer them back to Lagos. And the North are crying. Because they know what it means. The Northerners are crying because they know what it means. Because anything you do in Nigeria, it does not matter whether it is good or bad. there is always a tribal undertone. Anything you do in Nigeria, either for a good reason or for a bad reason, there will always be an undertone. And when you see people who accuse you of that undertone, I bet you they are not making any mistake. Go and search very well. You will see that that tribal undertone is there. It is there. Today, the North are crying. Why do you want to remove CBN? Some part of the CBN and take Lagos. Why do you want to take this to Lagos? And the man who is there, the drug baron, has a purpose of doing what he's doing also. Because this is a man who Lagos is his own personal property. Tinubu owns Lagos. Tinubu owns Lagos. And for him to take Central Bank and put in Lagos, it's like when he took bullion van to his own house, Bodilon in Lagos. That is what it looks like. But when he did that, the whole world was watching, because even the Northerners were watching, because it favors them. They saw Tinubu took a bullion van and drove into his own house, even during the time of election, in a personal house, a bullion van bringing money to an individual in his own house during the time of election. And what you are seeing today, he's doing with CBN is the same thing that you saw that time, carrying the whole money of the country and taking to his own house. Lagos, you see, is the house of Tinubu. Tinubu owns Lagos. It is not a propaganda, not a hearsay, except you are not in Nigeria or you're not following Nigeria history. You won't understand. I didn't just say it. Former EFCC chairman, the person today he has chosen and make him the whatever, is it the chief secretary, what they call it? The person he has appointed today as NSA, exactly. The person he made NSA today, Nuhu Ribadu. Nuhu Ribadu has the secret of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He granted an interview in an international media. The interview is still on the line. When he spoke about the corruption of Tinubu, how Tinubu have captured the whole of Lagos and made Lagos his own property. How Tinubu is richer than the state. Nuhu Ribadu today, who he has come to power and made the NSA. Nuhu Ribadu, former EFCC chairman, said this before the whole world. He revealed this information before the whole world. The video is still online. Go to Facebook, you search it, you see it. You watch it. Where Nuhu Ribadu was exposing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has finally succeeded in being the president of Nigeria. And again, make that same man that investigated him the chief secretary, the NSA, National Security Advisor. That is the country you were hoping that it would be good, right? This is the country you think it will be good. A man now who knows the secret of Tinubu accepted that very title. This is the same man you investigated when you were EFCC chairman. You investigated him, and every single evidence of his corruption, you say you have enough evidence to send him away for the rest of his life. Nuhu Ribadu say if you don't want that he has more than enough evidence to put Tinubu away for the rest of his life. But today, Tinubu came to power and made that same man NSA, National Security Advisor. Now, do you understand? Do you understand the danger you are in? Do you now understand the danger you're in? That a group of cabals sponsored by the colonial masters and the caliphate are holding the Zoological Republic ransom. Except you belong to them, you can't be nobody and you can't succeed. Except you are part of them, everything you are doing is on your own. These are facts. That is why I tell you that in this very platform, we don't come here to be politically correct. We say it the way it is. Things we say here, you can't see it, you can't hear it in the conventional media. And most of the things we say here are in the conventional media, but people do not pay attention. They are in the media. Because our people are so forgetful. Nigerians, I think the Nigerians has the worst citizenry. The worst citizens in the planet are the Nigerians. The worst kind of citizens any country can have is Nigerian citizens. Very careless. They don't follow it. They can't keep anything. They don't keep information. They neither read or write. Even when you give them on video, they still forget. Even when they have information on video. Afterward, they say when a child watch something, when people have a visual information or something, they hardly forget. But Nigeria, give them a visual information today, they are forgetting. They forget. They forget. Look at the man, the drug baron who they made president. This is a man who ordered the shooting of Nigerians in Lekki. A man that ordered the shooting of Nigeria in Lekki. Up to today, he refused to acknowledge the fact that people died at Lekki. Up to this moment, he refused to acknowledge that fact. Even when his state government has paid compensation and even stole some money because of that, yet he has not acknowledged that people died during the NSAS. Up to today, he has not accepted and acknowledged that people died during the NSAS. But look at him, he's your president. Everything surrounding about that man is a mess. The person that is your president today. And how can you have such a person in the aim of affair and you think that things can be all right? How can you have somebody like that in the aim of affairs that you think that things can be right? I saw an interview that was granted to Ndume, one of the lawmakers, one of the senators in Ndume, about the transfer of some offices to Lagos. And you heard what he said. You heard what he said. Except you don't have brain, you will hear the undertone of what he was saying. There are two major words I can remember he said there. When he talked about the Lagos boy, the boys who think that Lagos is the capital. All those Lagos boys. That is how you address them. All those Lagos boys. And when the way he's talking and addressing them, you know that is a tribal, he's applying a tribal sentiment. That tribal hatred is kicking in gradually. When you see him, the way he was addressing that issue, you will see that tribal sentiment kicking in openly before the whole world in their national TV. Those Lagos boys. And as always, they will always take away the man who is the real culprit and put him by the side. They will remove the main culprit and put him by the side and begin to talk about irrelevant issues. The same way they were doing the time of the late Muhammad Buhari. Late Muhammad Buhari, they will come and blame all the ministers, but they say, oh, Muhammad Buhari is a very disciplined man. He is incorruptible. That is, I have never seen a place where you have useless and senseless people like Nigeria. They claim to be smart. They claim to be overeducated. But yet, when you see their attitude toward the issues, you begin to laugh. When you see Ndume talking, he was shouting and talking against the Lagos boys, forgetting that the godfather of the Lagos is the president. It is the same man who trained those boys and brought them to Asorock. But he said, I know the man is going to revise his decision. I know he's a general man. He's a Nigerian. He's not tribalistic. He can't do anything. He was still praising the president. As always, cowards who cannot stand their words, who cannot make a speech. These are people you cannot put your life in their hand. You can't put the heel hope on them. He isolated the main criminal. He isolated the main criminal and still painted him good because of his cowardice. The same thing they were doing during the time of late Muhammad Buhari. They will come and blame every other person and tell you that Muhammad Buhari is innocent. In the same vein today, you see the idiots who call himself a Mefele. A Mefele today is in prison, suffering. Meanwhile, the principal who gave him the order, who wrote letter and put a signature for him to release all the funds he was raising, is walking free. If a Mefele should be in jail, Dangote should be locked up. If Nigeria were to be a sane country, if Nigeria were to be a country, Dangote should be in jail. The case of Emefiele should put Dangote in jail because he's not a baby, that he doesn't know the politics of the country. He doesn't know that he's not supposed to render the country usable by borrowing such billions of dollars. And before him, he connived with Emefiele to say that he has paid when he has not paid. He connived with Emefiele during the opening of a refinery that's not even functional already. It's not yet functioning. And they said that he has paid 80% of the money he borrowed. Billions of dollars he borrowed. If Nigeria were to be a sane country, Dangote will be in jail today. But do you see anybody talking about him? Instead, you see the ones who call themselves educated. They were there the day that nonsense was said. They were there and they were praising that clown. They were praising him that what a country cannot do, an individual have done it with your money, with taxpayers' money. And people who call themselves professors, educated men, they were there before their own university. They were rubbing them that to their face. See some of them who claim to be SAN professors, they were there praising that man. Some call themselves human rights activists. They were there praising the idiot. And this is a country you have a hope that, oh, it's going to be better tomorrow. How is it going to be better? A place where you have a bunch of clowns and cowards who cannot look somebody at their face and tell him you are wrong. You can't look somebody in his face and call him, you're a criminal, you're wrong, you don't know what they're doing. They can't do that. They praise everything that is wrong. Instead, when they see you that you're speaking the truth, they will go after you and make sure they shut you down. How can anybody begin to have a hope that such a country can survive or progress? Where is the progress going to come from? Just tell me. From which angle will the progress come from? Where? From where are you going to find the progress? Where, for God's sake, are you going to find the progress from? In such a situation, where people prefer to praise evil, where people cannot call white white and call black black, where criminals will be celebrated in the public, moving with convoy. Meanwhile, the innocent will be languishing in jail. And you still want to be part of that nation. God forbid. I thank Chukwu Okeke for the Prime Minister of Biafra, we say, God forbid, we can't be part of that. And today, if you are a genuine Biafra, you don't just say, God forbid, and sit back. As you say, God forbid with me in this very platform today, prepare yourself. The link for the referendum is going to be out on the 1st of February. The link is going to be, it's not yet out. The link is not yet out. It's going to be out by 31st, and on the 1st, it will be public. It will be in the public. The link will be out on the 31st. On the 1st of February, it will be in the public so you can be able to register. If you know you don't want to be part of this madness in the Zoom, I don't need to beg you to go and register. You know what to do. Vote for your life. The referendum vote of Biafra is a matter of life and death. It's either you vote for death or you vote for life. You can't absent yourself. You can never absent yourself. It doesn't matter who you are supporting. It is not about Mansu Simon Epa. It's not about Mansu Nandekan. It's not about me. I'm just a reminder, a mouthpiece telling you what you should know. Reminding you, not even that you don't know. You know, but I'm just reminding you in case you forgot. If you don't want to be part of this evil entity anymore, a place you look back, you can't remember anything that is good in it. When you look back, there is nothing you remember and say, oh, because of this, it is going to be better. Nothing. Nothing to write home about. If you don't want that to continue, and you are a Biafran, the responsibility lies on your shoulder to end it. Chukwu Okeke don't have a reason why he placed us in that zoological republic. Only him knows why. Because when you look at things, we are not supposed to be there. We are not supposed to be there. We have nothing to do with the zoo. But only him knows why he placed us there. To save Africa. And that call has been heeded today. We are going to do everything humanly possible to end that contraption and give freedom to every indigenous tribe. Every indigenous tribe must be free on their own to do what they want to do, express themselves, fight their own battle, grow at their own speed, and be who they want to be. Our warfare is not against any individual. It is not against any tribe. It is not against any religion. Our fight is not against any religion. Whatever you believe in, it is your right. Things of the faith is things of the heart. Anything that has to do with faith is personal. If you want to worship crocodile, snake, abi, mbe, it is your own prerogative. Just go ahead and do what you want to do. But make sure you don't use it to disturb others. You cross the boundary when you begin to use whatever you call your religion to interrupt in the life of others. Religion is supposed to be something that is spiritual and individual determination and individual policy and decision that you have to take. So our warfare today is not against any religion, not against any tribe. When you come to tribe, you didn't make yourself the tribe you are. Only Chukwuka know why he made you Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba. So we are not battling against tribe. We are battling against those who said we will not have peace. That is where our battle lies. There are people who has volunteered themselves to say that we will not know peace. It does not matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter who sent you. As long as you have made yourself available as an instrument of destruction against the Biafran people, we are going to come against you with everything that we have, both spiritual and physically, and you will be decimated. It does not matter your tribe. I repeat, it doesn't matter your tribe. Whether you are Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, Ijo, Efik, whatever. Now, any tribe you are, and you are standing against our freedom, you are number one enemy. It doesn't matter your religion, whether you are a Christian, traditional religious, a Muslim, or whatever, and you are standing against our freedom. You are working for the caliphate, working for the colonial master. You are number one enemy, and we're going to trash you. Get the message and get it clear. So when we are talking, you think it's about religion or tribe. It is not. We know who the real enemy are. If you make yourself a willing tool in their hand, I bet you we're going to come after you. It doesn't matter who you are. Whether you are my brother or my sister or my benefactor or my parents, whoever you are, and you make yourself an instrument in the hand of the enemy, you are gone. And today, I thank you, that we know where we are. We know who is who. There is nothing that is hidden on the planet Earth. Nothing is hidden. Every one of them that have been hiding under the cover of IPOB, finally, have used our prime minister to expose them, and more are going to be exposed. The few of them that are still remaining, even in this present government, few of them are still there, they will still be fished out. You can't, the kind of fire that we have in Biafra government desire, in this new dimension, the fire that is burning, that you can't afford to be there, you can't afford to hide. There's no place to hide. The kind of fire that is burning in this new dimension, there is no place to hide. It does not matter whom you are. As long as you're not genuine, that fire is going to fetch you out. It's going to expose you. And once you identify, you are gone. Today, there is no sitting defense. One of the greatest work that Chukwuka has done is that he has revealed every truth for us. You can't pretend anymore. It is not like when they are pretending before. Today, you see some people who were in the social media 24/7 shouting, Biafra, Biafra, oh hey Biafra, Mazen Nandekano, my leader. People who were spending almost every day, 24 hours on social media talking about Biafra, Mazen Nandekano. Finally, today, what happened? What happened? Today, they are in the hand of the zoo, protected by the Zoological Republic government. They are moving around with the escort of the zoo, with the Bubago escort. The same people you want to be free from. The same people you want to be free from. The same people that are attacking you right, left, and center. Finally, today you are dining with and whining with them. Today they are your best. And there are still so many people like that. There are still so many people like that idiot. It is not everybody that is shouting Biafra on their platform that really mean it. There are so many people that are talking Biafra, Biafra. They are just content creators. They know that once you mention Biafra, it will attract attention. They know that Biafra is the light. When you mention it, people will gather to hear what you want to say. There are so many people today that are speaking about Biafra. It is not in their heart, not from the heart of heart. They are just using it as a career. Content create, they create content and let people come and watch. I've had in a situation where somebody was saying that he doesn't even want Mazen Nandekano to be free. That if Mazen Nandekano is free, he won't have any content again to do. That is the only reason they have. That if Mazen Nandekano is free, they will not have content anymore. What a human being open his mouth and say. There are so many people like that. They make news about Biafra. They talk about Biafra in their platform. You see them play the message of Mazen Nandekano, or use the picture of Mazen Nandekano, but at the end of the day, Biafra is not in their heart. When you go deep in that, they want Nigeria to continue. People who doesn't know their left and right, who feel there's no hope anywhere except in the zoo. A hopeless zoo. Only a hopeless man can hope in the zoo. Only a hopeless man can see a zoo and think that something good will come out of there. Nothing good can come out of the zoo. Nothing. Nothing. Not in the year to come. Not ever. Every indigenous person in Nigeria should be thanking the Biafrans by now. If you have not started praying for Biafra and be thanking them, don't worry. In a short while, just like my brother said, Shehu said, before the ending of this year, you will see a reason to go on your knees and pray for Biafrans and thank Chukwu Kagame on their behalf. Every indigenous person, let us watch and see. Before the end of this year, you will go on your knees and have a reason to pray for Biafra and thank Biafrans. And next time in the next world, you will pray to be in the same country with them. We have taken up a responsibility that Chukwu Kagame gave us. We didn't give ourselves. It is not our choice to do what we are doing today. It is a divine assignment, and we can't object it. Whatever we are doing today is divine. We cannot object it. It's either we do it or we cease to live. This is why we are created. Biafrans are created for what is happening today. That is why, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. More especially Igbo, that is why I say any Igbo Biafra that is standing against Biafra, if you are an Igbo Biafran and you are still against Biafra, Chukwu Okike will never forgive you. Chukwu Okike will never ever forgive you, no matter what you think, no matter, you cannot forgive you. Except you retrace your step and take that call, pick up your responsibility to save Africa. If you refuse, you are setting yourself up for danger. And I bet you, just like some of you who have said over their dead body will be African, watch it and see. Many of them are going to fall this year. Many of them are going to fall by hook or crook this year. It is going to happen very, very soon. They have begun to understand the language. You think it's Mazen Nandekan. When Mazen Nandekan will say, he will begin to consider you. Think it's Mazen Nandekan. Mazen Nandekan has given you enough and more than enough time. Mazen Nandekan have given you enough time. And I believe he was waiting for today. Why he was giving that time? He was waiting for the new dimension. He was waiting on Chukwu Okike because when he got to Israel, he prayed in Israel. When he saw that he's alone, he prayed in Israel and said, Chukwu Okike, give me those who are going to bring Biafra. Give me those who are going to fight with me, those who are going to work with me and get Biafra. That was the prayer of Mazen Nandekan in Israel. And that will show you that all this while, there was not even a single man around him. He was on his own. Even in his own household, inside his own household, he was alone. We didn't know until now. When Mazen Nandekan prayed and said, I need 100 men, we thought it was a parable. It wasn't a parable. There was no single man beside him. And that was why he made that prayer in Israel. And Chukwu came and told him that when the time comes, those people are going to be there. And according to the time of Chukwu Okike, the time is now. And here are we. Our Prime Minister, Mazen Simon, never answered the call without looking back. And he went further to say, I am 50 in one. And you that is watching, myself that is talking, and every other person that is genuine, every one of us rose up and said, here are we. He asked for 100. I can bet you that today we have more than 1,000 men standing. Chukwu Okike answered that prayer and said, when the time comes, the men are going to be out. And I tell you, they are out today. They are out. The prayer of Mazen Nandekan was expressly answered. He asked for 100 men. Today, we have more than 1,000 men standing and still counting. If you are among those men, don't look back. Do not fear. Do not pay attention to any distraction. If you're among those men, challenges are going to come. Deceptions are going to come. Obstacles are going to come. But I bet you, they are not going to swallow you because you are chosen. If you're one of those men, it does not matter what happens. In any area you're operating, if you are the ones on the ground fighting, nobody is going to stand you or take your life. You are going to see to the end. If you're evangelizing, continue your evangelism. Nobody can shut you down. It doesn't matter. Even if they take out your platform, you are going to get another platform and your voice is going to come out. If you are supporting financially, there is no financial contribution you make that you will lack. If you support financially, if you're one of those that Chukwu have placed wealth in your hand and call you and say, come out, the time has come, and you answer that call, let me tell you, any amount you donate to every Saturday fundraising, that money will double 1,000-fold before the next Saturday. That money will double. Every investment you make in Biafra financially, it is going to be double. It's going to be triple. It's going to be triple. All you need to do is to answer the call. And that call is to every one of us. There is nobody will come and say there is something every one of us can do. Don't tell me there's nothing you can do. There is something every one of us can do. More especially at this time of self-referendum. In this time that we are waiting for a self-referendum, evangelism is one of the things you must do. One of the responsibility everyone must take is evangelism. Don't greet any Biafra without asking him or her, have you heard about the self-referendum? It doesn't matter whether the person supports Biafra or he doesn't support Biafra. When you give him a handshake, ask him, have you heard about the self-referendum? Let him carry the news and go. Let him argue with you and say, why are you talking about it? Let him go and discuss on that person and say, look at what this guy is telling me about self-referendum. That is how the news goes. That is how the information goes. If you are in a meeting, in a gathering of a meeting, during matters arising, rise up and ask the Biafrans, have you heard about the self-referendum? Every Biafran gathering, if you have access to the microphone, they give you opportunity to speak. Ask the audience. There is something you are hearing. The self-referendum of Biafran people. Have you been voted? Create that chaos. Biafra is fire. When it is burning, it will not stop. If you are on your family meeting, as long as that meeting is a Biafran meeting, people in that meeting are from Biafran area, don't be silent. Do not be silent. Create that atmosphere of argument on Biafra. It is even better if you are in an environment where the people around there do not believe in Biafra. It is even better. Create that atmosphere so that people begin to talk about it. That is the best thing to do. Yeah, welcome, my beloved brother. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. You're welcome, my brother. Welcome. Speak to Biafrans. We want to hear from you. Network. Your network is having a problem. You're having a network problem and we can't hear you. Your network is not stable. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, my beloved brother. We can't hear you. Work on your network. Maybe you can work on your network and join us. We can't hear you, my beloved brother. Sorry, I got some distraction. I got a distraction. I had to attend to someone. Thank you so much. My beloved brother, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that your network could not allow you to speak to Biafrans. It's really, really. You can try again. You can try again and send the request. You can try again and send the request. Let's see if we can be able to bring you in. Send the request again. Try and send the request again so that we can bring you in. Your network was given a problem. Try again, my beloved brother. So, everyone that is watching this program, wherever you are watching us from, you must stand firm and stand strong. Do not allow anything to drag you away from the cause of Biafra. Today, we have a major project in our hands, which is the self-referendum. In this self-referendum, every one of us must be prepared. The voting is going to start from 1st of February. 1st of February. The link is not yet out today. So if anybody is telling you that the link is out, it is a lie. Don't go and give your data to anybody. If anybody is giving you any information about data, or tell you to come and feed this data, or bring money so that your data will, don't give money to anybody. Do not go and register anywhere. The data is not yet out. The link is not yet out. The link is not yet out. We know that there are some people who are very dubious in that zoo. There are some people who are very cunning, who can manipulate every opportunity to abuse and to steal from people. Be very careful. Be very careful. And one thing again you have to know is that Biafra, the de facto government has no office in Biafra land. The de facto government have no visible office yet. If anybody is calling you, this message is mainly for people in Biafra land. And those of us who are here, tell your brothers and sisters back home. The de facto government has no office where people will go and be attended to. Not yet. If anybody is telling you, or you see any office, they say this is Biafra de facto government, you should go there and do that. Run for your life. Run for your life. These informations are very, very critical. We are in a very critical time. Do not make any mistake. Do not make you can't afford to make any mistake, not now. You cannot afford to make any. If you make any mistake now, you are going to regret it, I bet you. You are going to regret it. So every one of us should be very, very careful where we go, what we do, and what we say at this particular point in time. You must be very, very careful. There is no office on the ground in Biafra land today called the de facto government office. If you hear about it, run for your life. It is a lie. The link for the voting is not yet out. The link is not yet out. If anybody asks you, come and fill any form, come and fill any link, that is a scam. Don't go there. If anybody asks you for money, that he will help you to register, give me money so I will help you to register, I will help you to vote. Don't dare do that. If you do that, you are on your own. It is a scam. If anybody calls you into any office in Biafra land and tell you that this is office of Biafra Republic of Nigeria, it is a lie. There's no de facto government office anywhere. If we have anything of such, our prime minister will be the very first person to announce it to Biafrans. If we have any office on the ground where the de facto government is operating, prime minister will be the very first person to announce it. He can't be silent about it. And we on the media, we will tell you. We will carry the message. If anybody tell you anywhere that there is an office where you go and register and submit your data, let us go to the office and submit our data. Come and fill social form. Run for your life. That is DSS. Run for your life. I urge you, any place you are in Biafra land, pay attention to informations. Pay attention to every information. If you don't, you will have yourself to blame. Be very careful where you go to say what you hear and where you belong. You're welcome back, my beloved brother. Can you hear me? You can hear me, but your network is a little bit bad. Talk. Let's see if we can be able to manage your network. Okay, go on.
I want to ask a question. My question is, a lot of people like me have been preaching the gospel about then a lot of people do ask me the question, what is for them to pray?
I cannot hear you. I can't hear your question very clearly. The network is so bad.
Okay, I will send you location. I will check the location.
Okay.
I will check the location now.
Okay, my brother. Try and call back so that we can get your question, or you can type it on the comment section so that we can be able to get your question. If you have to ask about the self-referendum, please do ask your question. You can equally type it. Once I see your question typed, I'm going to respond to it. If you don't type it, click the link and come and ask your question. That's more better. If I don't see your question when it's written, I might not be able to catch it up. But once I see your question, I am going to respond to it. So if you have any question regarding the self-referendum, please do ask your question. If you can use the link, come in and ask your question. If you cannot use the link, if you want to write a comment, keep your comment and drop it. If I see your comment, definitely I will respond. I don't always read comments, but this time I have to look at the comments and see. I have to pay more attention to comments. So if you have any question, if you can't come on to ask your question, you can just put your comment on the comment section so that I will read the comments out and then respond to your question. Our beloved brother, try and log back again and let us get the question you want to ask and respond to it. It is very important that we pay attention to every single thing here so that we don't fail. So every one of us, if you have any question, please type your question before we round up. I will soon round up the program. As soon as I round up the program, I will I'll end it. I will round up the program. If you had a question now, so please just try and log in and ask your question. Use the link, come in and ask your question, or you can type your question in the comment section so that I can respond before we end the program. I have some other things to attend to. I have some other appointments to attend to. So it is very important that you ask your question now. If you cannot be able to ask your question now, that means by tomorrow, you have to try and come early by tomorrow in the morning hours so that we can be able to respond to your question. I am Razwan. I am a Biafran. I'm from the United States of Biafra. I am from the United States of Biafra. That is where I'm from. I know you are not an African. BYC, I think you are Arab. So I am from the United States of Biafra. That's a country in West Africa. The United States of Biafra, that's where I am from. Yes, Njoku Josephine, you must have a Gmail for you to be able to vote. You must have a Gmail. You must have a Gmail, and you must have to try and know your own state where you come from. Know your own state. They are not going to log you out. Nobody is going to log you out. That question has been asked. They cannot be able to. The link that is going to be used for this very voting, the zoo cannot be able to manipulate it. So don't fear. All you need to do is to get your Gmail ready. As long as you have your Gmail ready, you are going to cast your vote. No fears. From the 1st of February, you begin to cast your vote. So my beloved sister, Njoku Josephine, my beloved sister, Just keep your email ready. As long as you have your Gmail, you are going to cast your vote. Don't worry about the link. The link is it. Have your Gmail, and again, know your state, where you come from and your county. Try as much as possible to know your state. Within the new state of Biafra, the 40 state of Biafra, find out where you fall in the 40 state. Begin to inquire now. The map is everywhere. Go to the map and check where you fall in, so that you can be, because on that, when you log in, you're going to see a space where you're going to choose your state, your county, and all that to identify yourself before you cast your vote. So those are the information you should keep with you. Keep those information with you ready. Your Gmail, know your state, you are good to go. Nobody's going to block it, so don't worry. Mazi Mayor, my question is this. People is asking me what are the link to follow for this self-referendum that is coming. Yes, my beloved brother Mayor, the link is not yet out. The link is going to come out 31st of this month, but it's going to be in public on the 1st. The voting is going to start on the 1st, but 31st, the link is going to be out. It is not yet out today. It is not yet out. Once it is out, it's going to be shared. All you have to do is to click the link. When you click the link, it will lead you into the place where you're going to see a space where you're going to choose your state. You choose your state, you choose your county, you put your date of birth, put every necessary information about you, and you will see a space where you vote for Biafra. Yes or no, you vote yes for Biafra. And that is it. So it's as simple as that. The link is not yet out. The link is going to come out. The link is going to come out. You are from Idemili in Ogidi. Yeah, if you are from Idemili, go and check. That's the former Anambra state. Go and check where Idemili fall in. Whether Idemili fall in Odumegwu state or Odumegwu state or and that's it. There are many states that came out from former Anambra state. So go and check and know where you fall into. The informations are out there. If you are in my WhatsApp group, you are going to see that I posted on my WhatsApp group yesterday. Yesterday, I posted the states on my WhatsApp yesterday, and the map is also out. So just go through the map and the states. You're going to find your own. You're going to find your own state there. You're going to find if you are in those WhatsApp group where Biafrans are. If you're in Biafran WhatsApp group or you're in my own personal WhatsApp group, you are going to see it. If you are in Telegram, we are not in Telegram. If you are in Biafra Telegram, most importantly, remember that is where every one of us migrates. The general platform for all Biafrans is Telegram. That is where Biafra Republic Government in Exile is today. Every one of us, there is an order from our Prime Minister that every one of us should migrate to Telegram. So if you are there, you will know your state, you know your county, you know where you fall into, and that will be easier for you to make your vote. Mani Masila, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. So, my fellow Biafrans, I have other appointments to attend, other programs to anchor. So, I'm going to end the program here. Try to come on time tomorrow. Put down your questions. Keep your questions together. When I come tomorrow, you can click the link and come in and ask the question, or you can write on the comment section. As soon as I see your question, I will definitely respond to it. Don't allow anything to distract you. Nothing will stop you from being part of this very self-referendum that the Biafrans are conducting. Every Biafran must vote. It doesn't matter who you support. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe or your location. You must vote. It is a civic duty of every Biafran to make sure that we get the vote we want. Remember, our Prime Minister said the target is, first of all, 20 million. After the 20 million, we can pursue any other thing. So in the first batch, you're supposed to be among the 20 million, which we are supposed to get in the first week. We're supposed to get it. So try as much as possible to prepare yourself. From the first, the link will be in the public and everybody can be able to use the link and make their voting. I appreciate everyone that have connected to this program, and I pray that Chukwu guide and protect every Biafran wherever you are. I pray that Chukwu guide and protect us far and wide. May Chukwu guide and protect every Biafran. May Chukwu guide and secure us. May Chukwu guide and protect our liberation army, our strike force, our resistance fighters, the Black Marine, the Air Force of Biafra. May Chukwu guide and protect them. May Chukwu guide and protect every member of the de facto government in exile. May Chukwu protect every member of the cabinet of Biafra Republic in exile. May Chukwu protect every member of the media. May Chukwu protect our Prime Minister, Master Simon Eba. We commit him in hand to Chukwu for divine protection, for divine safety, for divine freedom, for divine security. We pray for Mazen Nandekano for divine health, for divine strength, for divine revelation. We pray that Mazen Nandekano will join us. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate you. And I say, may Chukwu Okikame be with you. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Master Simon shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Sudan Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate you wherever you are coming from. Thank you so much and stay blessed. I will see you again tomorrow, same time. If you have not clicked the notification, click the notification so that whenever I come on, you'll be notified. You'll be among the first to be here. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Stay blessed and see you again tomorrow. Bye. Biafra government, peace, progress, and equity. Thank you so much.